I want to begin by briefly addressing two reports that came out in the Washington Post and the New York Times about Special Counsel Mueller's report. We now know that this report is approximately 400 pages and that the supporting evidence could cover over 1 million pages. Special Counsel Mueller spent nearly 2 years investigating. He had a team of 19 lawyers, 40 FBI agents. His office issued more than 2,800 subpoenas, executed nearly 500 search warrants, and interviewed approximately 500 witnesses. I've said from the outset that the full report must be provided to Congress. This work was undertaken on behalf of the American people, no more, no less, and for the sake of our democracy, and it cannot remain hidden from Congress or the citizens we serve. To date, we've only received a 4-page letter from Attorney General Barr giving his perspective on what the principal conclusions show. Now we learn from the Times and the Post that members of Mueller's team are, and I quote, frustrated with the limited information, end quote, Attorney General Barr has provided and his characterization of the report. In fact, according to the Post, and I quote, members of Mueller's team have complained to close associates that the evidence they gathered on obstruction was alarming and significant. It was much more acute than Barr suggested, end quote. That's precisely why this committee needs to receive the full, unredacted Mueller report as soon as possible. Press reports state that summaries were prepared by the special counsel's office for different sections of the report so they could be made public. Specifically, the Post reported, the report was prepared so that the front matter from each section could have been released immediately or very quickly, the official said. And this is a quote, it was done in a way that minimum redactions, if any, would have been necessary, and the work would have spoken for itself, end quote. I find these press reports concerning, and they demonstrate even more clearly why Congress has to get the full report. If there are sections that should be redacted from the public, that's fine, but Congress should be given the full information. As I pointed out, Congress has already demanded and received considerable classified and law enforcement sensitive information, even while the investigation is ongoing. There's no reason to withhold information once the investigation is closed. I hope that the Attorney General meets the mid-April deadline and that he is forthcoming with Congress and the public. These summaries should be provided as well as the full report.